Hey guys, welcome back again to Dave's Dimension. Welcome back again for another video. Welcome back to the channel where chaos and insanity reign supreme. So we got a little bit of an unbox going on here. You can see these are Marvel Legends, and we have the Spiderverse. Now yes, Spiderverse has been out for a little bit. The movie's been out for a good while. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should. So we have Spiderverse Peter B. and Miles Morales. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this, and can't see how you would be, but if you are, here we go. Basically, Spider-Verse is the tale of young Mr. Miles Morales, who, to him, in his world, Spider-Man's no more. He dies, saving the city. But also, at the same time, Miles gets his powers, and he now must be the new Spider-Man. And to train him along this path is Peter B. Parker, a Spider-Man from an alternate reality, a parallel universe, a multiverse if you will, who happens to be pulled into Miles' universe. And he reluctantly helps the kid. Now, Peter, his life has kind of been, well, very crappy, very lousy. He's not had a whole lot of good things go his way, so he's very much down on his luck. And throughout the course of the story, they come across other spider heroes from other worlds, and they all have to come together to save the day. It's actually a very cool. This has been done in the comics plenty of times before, but it's very cool that they brought it to life, and the actors that they got involved in this project are amazing, including, believe it or not, Nicolas Cage gets in on the action. It's a very cool movie. It's great for anyone who's a comic book fan, anyone who's a superhero fan, and hell, just for family fun. It's an awesome. If you got kids, if you don't have kids, nieces and nephews, sit them down with you and watch. You will love it. Okay. So these, I know a few of these have been around the stores, and quite a few of these are sitting on shelves. But I actually got these. I actually ordered them directly from Hasbro Pulse. I just figured, why not? I mean, every now and again, I like to order something directly from Hasbro. And some places, some local comic book shops and whatnot, have actually been ranging these at about $26, $27, even $29 for these. Hasbro still has these for $19.99, so that's the route I went. I actually ordered another figure along with them, and that way I kind of bundled it and paid less for shipping. So that's the way to go, boys. So we're going to jump into Peter B first, okay? So got MacGyver here. I call him MacGyver because he's a Swiss Army knife. I know he's not red, but hey, it's my knife. I call it what I like. So, those of you who are watching this video, let me know, one, if you've seen Spider-Verse, and if you have, who is your favorite character? And if they do a sequel, who would you like to see? What kind of characters would you like to see appear in there? Would you like to see Ben Reilly? Would you like to see, full-on neogenic nightmare Spider-Man where he's into a man-spider? I mean, there's so many different variations we could have. Venomized Peter, that would be cool. So, a little synopsis on the back here. Peter Parker mentors Miles Morales, an all-new Spider-Man, to understand the importance of power and responsibility. So we're just going to dig right into the box. Let's set that down. You just have your basic little background. I might actually tape this up and display him kind of like in there, like a kind of a pseudo frame. I've done that with a few. I have a couple of 2-packs, Avenger 2-packs, that I actually use the background just for the background until I can get like a scene or something to put inside the shelves. That's what I'm doing. Now, these are a Build-A-Figure, so we get the Extendo Man, is what he's called? Stilt Man is what he's called. Stilt Man. I really don't have an interest in that. And honestly, of the characters here, I have Peter, I have Miles. I might get Spider-Gwen just because she has Spider-Pig. And I'm looking at getting the Prowler, but I'm not too sure about the other two. The other two are Frogman and, was it, Hand. One of the foot soldiers for the Hand. Which, if you're not familiar with the Hand, they are basically, think of Shredder and the Foot Clan, but these are more of a religious fanatical order obsessed with power. They're mostly known for Iron Fist, Daredevil, Elektra, and a few others. And please, Hasbro, could you make the pieces easier to get out? That would be great. So we have Peter B. I'm going to pull out some of the accessories. When I said he's down on his luck, I mean he's down on his luck. He's got mismatched shoes here. You know, he's just wearing an old beat up coat like you would find in a dumpster. And he's just rock. I mean, if you look up close at him, you see if the camera will get a good picture right there. He's got his 5 o'clock shadow. His hair is a little disheveled. He's not looking his best right now. Okay? He's rocking jeans over his costume. Here we go. Here you go. You guys can see that. I mean, he's not having his best life right now. Now, as far as accessories, he gets quite a few. Aside from his regular hands, he actually gets 4. Actually, 2 pairs. One which are fists. And another set that are web shooter hands. And I gotta say, I'm really digging the head sculpt here. I mean, what they did with the hair. I mean, can we get you to focus? I mean, they really did some amazing texture on here. One thing that Hasbro has been excelling in, I should say, is cartoons and monsters. Now, my big gripe is pretty much with the Power Rangers collection. The human faces, they really do a very poor job as far as capturing the images. They've had a few successes. Not many. But I mean, like, a cartoon like this, I mean, this looks fantastic right here. Okay? He looks fantastic. I mean, the hair sculpt, I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, they're killing it with it. And here's Peter B. They give you another head with his mask kind of pulled back. And, I mean, if we can get a good close-up of this, let me see. I swear that's the one downside to the C922 is they really need to push in updates for software, so better auto zoom. But basically, they have the perfect, I mean, everything just comes off perfect. When you pull something back, you get those kind of bends and ripples. They have that right on the back of the mask right here. And I love that. I know a lot of people, a couple of people who I know personally have said this. They wish that they would have included a full mask. You know, him with the head full down. But I guess if you have another Spider-Man head, you could pop it off and throw that on. I like that the detail on here. I mean, they gave it a zipper and buttons like a regular parka would have. Get it? Parka? Parker? Yeah. Jokes. I'll be here all week, guys. So let's pop his head right off. We have his head on a pike. I know, I'm going to hell for that one, guys. So, we will pop the alternate head on there. Like so. There we go. More serious, stern-looking Peter B. The hands come right off. let's try some posing here. Now, he's going to have your basic... now, one thing I'm not crazy about is, okay, his left foot. I mean, his ankle looks like it's swollen, kind of. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see right there. I mean, they could have thrown a sneaker, since he's wearing a boot on this one. They could have just thrown, like, a sneaker here. I think that, like, not a low cut, but like a high top, like some Chucks. That would have been kind of cool. Now, the legs are not bending that much. What I may need to do is either work them a little bit, or maybe a little bit of a hair dryer. Kind of a little pose like he's flying through the air, swinging. He is pretty poseable. I would probably take a little bit of, just a little few passes of a hot air from a hair dryer. Soften up some of the joints, not too much, just a little bit. I mean, he's got your basic arm joints here, guys. You know, if you've had a Hasbro Legends figure, he's got the basic joints here. It's a little stiff, but you know, after you work it a few times, but don't try and force it too much. Now, his torso, he does have a little upper shift here. Yeah, it's a thing you could do. He's completely backwards, what can we say? But I think they did an amazing job on him. Come on, C920. Or 22, I should say. There we go. Very good look right there. I really like this. They did a tremendous job on him. Now, there is another accessory. I'm just switching out one of his hands so I can show the other accessory that comes with him, which is... I mean, if you're a superhero, you're in New York City, you're having a slice of pizza, you got to be able to wash it down with a nice little shake or some soda, some cola. So here he is with his kind of a big gulp right there. It is the thing that they throw in. I mean, it's from the movie, so sure, why not? All in all, I really like this. I mean, for $20, I think it's a steal. But I really like how they went with the costume. The texture of the face. The shading. Like he's got his one eyebrows up like he's doing the Rock impersonation right there. I think they did a really awesome job on this, guys. So... there we have Peter B. So we're going to move on to the next one. We have Miles. Miles Morales' little profile here. A Brooklyn native and just 13 years old, Miles Morales is a Spider-Man unlike any we've seen before. Yes, he's only 13 when he gets the powers. Probably, I think he's the youngest Spider hero. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, guys. Do not quote me on that. You're buzzing to flies like him. Now, I'm hoping that they do some more Miles, because I like his black with the red. It's like a reverse spider costume. I really love that pattern. I mean, but, don't get me wrong, his very relaxed outfit here works very well. Now with him, he gets his full-on spider head. We get him in his costume. And really, his spider costume is not... I mean, it's basically... he has a spider suit, some long shorts, a hoodie, and a coat. And that's his costume. I guess it's easier for him to kind of jump between his regular clothes and that. He does come with some alternate hands here. Just one pair. Well, Peter B has plain hands, and then he has fists and his web slinger pose. Miles has a web slinger on one side, fists on the other. So we get basically the other set is just identical but flips. Fist for the right, open hand on the left. So there we go. And again, they went with multi-layers here, which I think was pretty cool here. I mean, literally, his jacket moves. I mean, you can kind of tug this up. So I like that. Now, really, there's nothing underneath here. I mean, it's just his costume, a layer of plastic right here. I mean, could you pull this off? You probably could, but what's the sense in it? Because his arm is textured as if he's wearing his coat. I mean, it is a thing you could do. You have his kind of pseudo spray paint look of his spider emblem. And then you have nothing on the back side underneath. So I wouldn't try to remove it, but you could if you really needed to. And then we have, of course, his head. Let's see if we can get the camera to cooperate. Very good look and texture, especially, again, they've been doing really great on the hair. Again, with the cartoon look, they did fantastic here. So we're going to pop his head off. There we go. Whoops. Okay, that's a little different. With some heads, you just pop it off, like Peter's. You have an empty cavity that the ball joint goes onto. His head, the ball joint comes right off, but not to worry. He has a ball joint on his masthead, so that just fits perfectly back on there. For a second, I was like, "Oh, whoa, did we break it?" You just have to make sure that the ball joint is not at an angle so that it's sticking nice and clear. So there we go. And we get him swinging. Very cool. I do like the black with the red outline right there. Now, like I said, he's just wearing long shorts. He's got, looks like these could be some Jordans that he's rocking on his feet. I mean, for a young kid being a superhero, it really pops. There is a little ID number on the back of his leg. But if you're good with paint, you probably get that off with a little bit of acetone, but I would be cautious about doing that because you might cause some damage to the paint. Either that, or if you can match up the paint perfectly to just go over it, that would be even better. But all in all, I mean, the texture on the head here, the webbing, they did a very good job with it. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. The next camera I use, I want to get, I mean, my S21 does much better focusing on it. Here, it's almost like you have to kind of play with the angles. There, oh, we had it for a second. There we go. You guys can kind of see the lines right there. They did a really great job with this. I really like this. Now, of course, I'm going to play with him a little bit to work the arms in a little bit better. You got his little spider fist. I mean, he's a kid. So if we compare sizes, height-wise, it's pretty on par. We got a 13-year-old with full-grown adults, so, you know, pretty on par right there. They did a very good job scaling these figures. I'm going to have to play around with Peter B to find out the best pose for him. I like him better with the mask on his head. I'm really hoping that they do another Spiderverse movie, because I really think that would really rock, that it would pop. Now, another thing is I have to get the smaller stands, because some of these stands they're not the greatest for some figures. I did a Falcon and Winter Soldier from Infinity Wars. Winter Soldier, Bucky, perfect on these stands. Falcon, not so much. So I'm going to try and get the smaller ones. The ones that you usually use on the G.I. Joes and the Star Wars figures. Because I think that'll work better on some of these. Peter B just decided to take a flying leap. Again, some of the feet, they work perfect on here, some don't. Now these are stands that are meant for the NECAs, but a lot of times I've used them on a lot of my other figures. They work perfectly for the War Machines and some of the other figures I have. So either I get creative and try and use some glue, or I go with the other ones, the other stands. I just don't have any extras right now. So I'm ordering the smaller ones so I can use on a couple of these guys. But all in all, I mean, I really love these two. I think these two are great. I can't wait to get the other stands so I can display them properly. And like I said, I'm still thinking about getting Spider-Gwen because she comes with Spider-Pig. Just for that sheer fact, and I think it helps to have all three, because the three are kind of a trio as far as the movie goes. So that's just a thought. Tell me what you guys think. Have you got any of these figures from this collection? And if so, which ones are your favorites? And if they do another movie, what characters would you like to see in there, and what would you like to see as figures? Now, I'm surprised that they didn't do a Doc Ock, because in the movie there is a female Dr. Octavius, and I thought that would have been kind of cool to do as a figure, but they didn't. But that's okay. Maybe down the line they'll do something like that. I mean, this movie did not just come out this past year. It's been out for a couple of years now. I think two and a half maybe. I could be wrong. But I really like the look of this, you know. I mean, if you were 13 and you're going to be a Spider-Man, but obviously it's wintertime, I think you'd probably dress up a little warm too, you know. So all in all, I think this is a pretty good job. What do you guys think? Kind of like that pose right there. I'm still trying to get my pose skills on. I'm not the greatest. Never said I was. But we will see what happens with these. His little beverage fell, so. Can't have a thirsty Spider-Man now. So there we are. Unboxing of the Marvel Legends. I have a lot more Marvel Legends coming through. I kind of started on a little Marvel Legends kick. So, sorry guys, my allergies, my sinuses, my eyes get watery. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta say these are definitely a 10. You want to go with these guys. I mean, if you like the Spider-Verse movie and you like something to kind of spruce up, or you need something new for your Spidey collection, these are the ones to go for, guys. I really do like these. Now, I am trying to... One figure I would love to have, I'm still trying to narrow down, been going through eBay and no luck so far, is Scarlet Spider. And I'm talking Scarlet Spider from the Maximum Clonage saga. Ben Reilly, from the comics, is a clone, or was he, of Peter Parker. And of course, you can't have two Peter Parkers, so he vanished. He disappeared himself. Came back, he had blonde hair, and then he did a solid red Spider-Man's Spidey outfit without the outlines around his white spider eyes. And then he had a blue hoodie over the tights with the sleeves ripped off, and it had a kind of a sideways, almost like in a slight angle, a big black spider on it. I loved that outfit. And also, he had like special cartridges and web tubes all around his wrists, and he had like these little utility belt type pockets on his feet, like around his ankles, and he had this really cool kind of makeshift utility belt around his waist. It was, to me, that's one of my favorite costumes. That, and when he actually took over for Peter for a short time, he redid the Spider-Man outfit, and it looked tremendously sick. This is like going back to the 90s. I think it was mid to late 90s, to be honest. It was just a very sick set of outfits, and both of them were Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly for Ben Parker, Ben Reilly. So that's the name he went with. I would love to get my hands on that, or heaven forbid, Hasbro, you stalking me, you're watching me, please make that happen. I would love that. That would be Christmas. That definitely would. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. I'm going to keep on looking on eBay. Hopefully I find something soon. I've got a few War Machines. I have the Punisher War Machine. I also have War Machine in his black outfit from the from Infinity War. I also have some more Legends to unbox, and that's going to be on a separate video, guys. I think this video was long enough. I'm sure you have. I mean, who likes tremendously long videos? Not too many people. I enjoy, because I think I'm more of a vlogger than a quick hit. Let's hit it and just keep on going. I like to talk. I like to discuss things. That's just me, guys. That's just me. Yes, Green Lantern. You gotta rep Green Lantern. GL all the way. And yes, I have my Sabres hat on tonight for the Sabres. Buffalo Sabres. That's my hockey team. And yes, this is an Irish hat, because I am Irish. And, we're getting closer to St. Paddy's Day, so you gotta rep. You gotta rep for your heritage. So, that's it for this time, guys. Until next time, I want to thank you guys for checking out the channel, for checking out this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you have some thoughts, some criticisms, some likes, some comments, or just some flat out insults, hit me in the comments section below. It's all good. Pluses, minuses, it's all a learning curve, guys. I'm trying to improve this channel as best as I possibly can. Any input, good or bad, is going to help me in the long run, guys. So I want to thank you guys for checking out the channel. If you're not subscribing, why not? Come on. We got plenty more videos coming through the pipeline. We're even going to do some mods of some props soon. I'm actually, those who haven't followed the channel, I'm actually creating plans for another Ghostbuster mashup. You know that I've done the Back to the Future Flux pack here. We're actually going to be doing this series of videos with me fixing and doing some upgrades to it. I'm actually planning an Ash as an Army of Darkness Evil Dead, an Ash Evil Dead Ghostbuster pack. That's going to be pretty interesting, because I plan to do the Neutronoan, the Ghostbuster gun, connected to the chainsaw. Yeah, I'm sick. This is going to be a red pack. There's going to be cracks. There's going to be tears. There's going to be a weird green light emanate. I can't say that word. Basically, there's going to be green light coming out of the pack as if it's like unstable, and it's all Evil Dead energy inside. I have a lot of craziness planned for this pack, guys. It started as a joke. I joked around with a few friends. I was like, hey, yeah, how about I build a Evil Dead pack? And they're like, dude, do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. So Hopefully in a year or so when cons are back, I'll have a couple different cosplays ready to go. Got a Ghostbuster trap, not even out of the box. We're going to crack that open. We're going to be doing some mods. I'm going to do a series of videos. I may even do a few live streams of me doing the mods. Whether people check in or check not, whether they check in on it or not, maybe we'll just do the live stream, see how it goes, and take it from there. So until next time, as always, I want to thank you guys for checking us out. And until next time, keep on busting, and I'll catch you on the flip side.